Hey guys, sorry I couldn't make it to the podcast. I'm here in downtown Irving, in this beautiful area right across the street from our new location. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to episode 9 of El Gallinero. Assistant Coach Physique is here. I'm along with our sporting director, Gilberto Mendoza, the ghost guest as usual. Unfortunately, Spencer Laney couldn't make it today. He's actually out at our store, our new headquarters, getting things ready. And, hopefully we'll see him in studio one day, but not tonight. So we got a few things coming. We're going to talk a little bit about the club today, give you a little update on what's going on with us. Your event of the week per usual, bet of the week, stock of the week, so on and so forth. Remember, we're not professional stock trading partners, so you can't really take us by. But we're just here to give advice, you know.
Or sports betting.
Yeah. Or sports betting.
Except unless you talk to me, because everybody else is under 500.
Gilbert's losing money on the bull market, so that should tell you how much.
But you don't bet no more. I thought you didn't bet no more.
Let me show you. I'll show you later. But.
Either which way, we're going to get things going per usual, talk a little shit, drink a little beer. So let's get after it.
Okay, fellas. So first of all, I want to mention that we were going to have a guest, right? So usually, like what you guys know that we film Saturday nights. So we try to have our guests already lined up for the week and the next week, 3 weeks in advance, right? That way we plan out what we're gonna do. I mean, we're very prepared, as you can always tell. So we reached out to Miles Bias. Miles Bias, is that his name?
Yep.
Miles Bias, and he plays for Foro Sports Club. And it's a Foro Sports Club or a Foro?
40360, 40280, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 40360 Pro.
Yeah, okay. So
they're trying to be like Tony Hawk, revolutionize the 1080 or something like that.
So anyways, we reached out to this guy, and another thing, I don't know why these soccer players, some of them, they're flaky, or I don't know what's going on, but he said he was going to come. Yes, I'll see you on Saturday. And then he said, look, let me figure out first. Let me clear some time. So first of all, he said, I'll be able to come on the podcast whenever we're done with the tournament, right? So Foro gets eliminated and loses the final due to they don't have enough players, right? So Tulsa wins the championship. Is it the national or
no? It's the conference. It's
conference championship for UPSL. So
yeah,
remember.
So they win the conference. Foro loses because they didn't have enough players, right? And the UPSL doesn't even put a statement. They just put that the Tulsa wins. And we really want to know why. I mean, you know how shady that league is. But anyways, so we're thinking, okay, let's reach out to Miles.
Don't forget they still owe us money.
Oh, they owe us $2,000. Again, we're gonna keep calling you out. By the way,
we need to start tagging them too.
We're too nice, but we have emails, recent emails with because right now they're collecting fees, right, for
the upcoming season.
And they send a bill to the team. For $2,500, and the team emails back and says, well, you owe me $2,000, when are you going to pay me? And they automatically, it was like an auto email, boom, oh, you got a $2,000 credit, here's $500 bill. So no, I don't want credit, I want my money back, okay?
Pay me my money.
Well, I'm sure my people will be
in cash.
Cash.
So just FYI, that horrible league owes $2,000. So anyways, back to the whole backstory. So Miles commits, right, and he tells us, hey, look, the season's over. I'm gonna go ahead and see you Saturday, right? So we like to confirm with our guest on Friday, right? And we said, okay, confirm. We'll send the address, blah blah blah, and we'll see you Saturday. Well, we send him the address, we tell him to confirm, Friday, doesn't respond. And Saturday he says, well, we're gonna go play. We're in Austin right now with the photo. So I'm not gonna be able to make the podcast. This is why we're guestless. Is that a
guestless, yeah.
Guestless?
Yeah.
Guestless?
We don't have a guest.
We don't have
This is the reason.
So we're very upset. But I wanna know, number one, what the fuck, what happened there?
Yeah.
And number two, I thought they were eliminated. If you lose a championship, you're done.
Yeah.
What? Why are they in the?
How are they all of a
the
sudden in
finals?
the UPSL finals right now? Or
Yeah, it's sort of weird because what usually happens is you win your conference and then you advance to a national playoff. But in this case, they didn't even present themselves in the conference finals, and yet they're back into the national playoffs, which makes absolutely no sense. But
Bob might have tried throwing some money or something, or say, "Oh, I host y'all for $5,000, instead of 5.5 grand."
Hey, that could happen.
I mean, to be fair to Miles, I mean he plays for them, and I'll bet you. I bet you they didn't even know, probably not until maybe Thursday or Friday at the earliest, that they have a game this weekend, because everybody thought that they were eliminated, and then all of a sudden they post that they're playing like a round of 16 national playoff game in Austin.
Yeah.
Tonight. So it's sort of weird. To fairness to him, that's his commitment before anything.
Let me ask you something. Whenever the team Irvin FC was playing at the UPSL, the structure was only one team goes to the nationals, right?
From the conference.
Okay, so only one team.
Mm-hmm.
But in this occasion,
They have two.
they have two. Do you think it was a dirty hand in there and Foro went in, or do you think because we're not in the league anymore, do you think that the structure changed?
I think I'm not quite. I think it's a mixture of everything. I think the 4-0 probably said, hey, you know what, hey, we weren't able to show up because of this. I don't know the reasons why they didn't show up to the game. Maybe they had a good solid reason why they didn't show up to that game. But I think it's also the UPSL and how it's ran. I mean, there's multiple times where even in the past UPSL national playoffs where teams couldn't afford to travel, and so they backed out and another team took their place. So maybe that happened too. Maybe a team from the Houston area, because usually UPSL has 3 conferences. They have the North Conference, which is the Dallas and Oklahoma teams, and then they have the Central Conference, which is usually the Austin, San Antonio teams, and then you have the Houston Conference, which is obviously the Houston and the surrounding area teams. So maybe there was a Houston team that wasn't able to travel, and then 4-0 took their spot.
Wow.
Whatever it may be, I mean,
Yeah.
it just shows obviously the UPSL is still a shit show. 4-0 is still a shit show. Because
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I mean, I don't care what happens. You still lost. At the
Yeah,
end of
no,
the
I
day.
agree. I agree.
And whatever, like you said, we don't know the extent to it, but it's 4-0, so I'm going to say they're a shit show.
As far as let me ask you guys something. As far as pride, okay? Because look, whenever you beside the money, because he thinks, well, my team is gonna win and I'm gonna win that 10,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's his, but that's financially and as far as directively, that's his. That's what he is, doing.
This is prerogative, yeah, absolutely.
But as far as soccer was, right? Because to me, it's pride. So if you're gonna win that trophy, it's because you won it, right?
Yeah.
So regardless of the situation, you're in a spot that it doesn't belong to you, right? Do you think would you have, if you were in that situation, would you have the same pride holding that trophy, knowing that you lost and now you got a second chance, or does that matter to you guys, or how do you feel about that?
I mean, as a past player and now coach, I think yeah, you still want to win it. If you're going to get a second shot at it, fuck yeah, hell yeah, I'm going to take it. Now I'm going to take advantage. I got this second opportunity that I want. I don't think it necessarily falls on the players by any means or the coach or whatever. Like you said, we don't know the situation. Fuck yeah, I want that second shot. Yeah. We fucked up last time. They're giving us this second shot by any means. Hell yeah, I'm going to take it and I'm going to go for it, 100%. And I don't think that there's a tarnishment or an asterisk by the trophy if they are to go on and win it. But whatever the case may be, it should have been sorted out a long time ago after last week's game. Whatever happened. It should have been sorted from there, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, from Foro's point of view, I don't think they'll say, "Oh, we don't deserve to be here," or we don't. If they win the championship, they're not going to say, "Oh, we don't deserve this. Here, give it to somebody else." No, if they win it, they win it. They're essentially playing with house money right now. They shouldn't be there, but hey, I mean, if somebody gives you $1,000, why not go to the table, to the blackjack table, and see what you get out of it?
Yeah.
But I mean, but from their point of view, no. I mean, I don't think they'll feel ashamed or anything. But I think from the league point of view, it's sort of like, what the heck's going on? Like people don't know why a team that was eliminated is playing again, playing in the playoffs.
Yeah, we get no kind of statement, nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's That's the kind of it's nonsense.
Yeah,
The people
so-
deserve.
Yeah. So
Some-
really, it's the league that's getting, I would say, bad PR more than 4-0. I mean, 4-0. I mean, I don't know if they asked to be in there, or if they were selected by the UPSL to play that playoff game, but. I mean, they're in it. I mean, they're going to try their hardest, obviously, to win. I mean, if I was in that situation, too, I would definitely try to win it, knowing that, man, I already messed up once. I'm not going to mess up again. This opportunity, but it is what it is.
That being said, for me, I still would like to have Miles on. I mean, maybe he can explain the situation to us, you know? So, strike 2. Strike 3, you ain't gonna get it again. You know, we got the tequila ready. You said that's all you drink.
Yeah,
so.
we were waiting for him.
We bought a bottle in 1942 for him.
We waiting for you.
I mean,
We waiting for
did.
you, bro. Come on with it.
Man, that's some good stuff too. I mean,
I'm
that's
ready to
some
drink the
premium,
tequila.
premium.
I'm about to have a baby, man. I was expecting to. This could have been my last show. Who knows?
Yeah, there you go.
And
I know,
let me down, bro.
Because he was supposed to come on after the Harrington game,
Yeah.
right? After the fiasco with Harrington, with the refs
Yeah.
leaving, because 4-0 wanted to tell their side of the story. Didn't show up.
You know what really pissed me off? The fact that Tulsa put up a good statement. That's how we found out about it, right? They put up a great statement explaining what happened and how they won, etc., right? But the UPSL didn't put. I don't remember. I might be wrong before I speak. Maybe if somebody saw it, you know, please let me know. But I didn't see any kind of statement coming from the UPSL explaining that one of their best teams, and you know, because they baby photo, they lost due to not having players. Let's be real. I mean, as a league, you have a responsibility to grow your brand and to your followers to explain why this is happening. Why that team won without a game? Because people were waiting. People are waiting. I mean, everybody was calling me and telling me, "Hey, did you hear what happened? This and that," and no one knew until Tulsa put up these statements.
Yeah.
But is it the league's best interest? I mean, think about some team won a conference championship when the other team didn't show up.
But regardless, you
I
gotta
mean,
be clear.
That might not have been their best interest, but it's also not their best interest to now all of a sudden have 4 playing in it, you know.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So
They dig themselves out a bigger hole now with
So-
that, but yeah, I don't know. I think,
mean, who else do they owe money to now, you know?
Yeah, for real. I would not be. I mean, we spoke. I mean, the president of Harrington was here, and he flat out said it. I was about to burn him on social media because they wouldn't give me my championship money.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's just not a league that is ran well. But look, let's. We're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because they're fresh. I mean, they're not really that fresh.
Yeah.
But I think that they can fix their internal problems. It's up to them to try, but they might, right? You need to get rid of a lot of these people that have no idea how to even kick a soccer ball. Like, I'm sorry, I don't.
We're gonna bleep this out.
I
his
really
name.
want to. I'm gonna say this, and I think you're a great guy, and I want to have you here on the podcast one day. But Matt Calla, you have no idea any. You don't know what you were doing, and soccer was the moon to you, and they gave you this project, and you were clueless. But I believe if they do some due diligence and they get the right people to run this team, like the guy from the Spurs, Pusinski, running the league. I mean, I still get those emails. Hey, applause to that guy. He is professional. He knows what he's talking about, and he's looking for the team's best interests, right? So I think that eventually, hopefully, they get their show right. Hopefully, they pay us back. And if they pay us back and they make do, hey, you might see Urban FC wants to do a women's team, and we're looking for a spot to grow. And if they pay the money back, we just might go back there and play. Who knows?
Well, and that's like you said. At the end of the day, we want to see soccer grow, and the UPSL, they've got the platform to do it. I think they might have bit off more than they can chew.
Yeah.
As in, they've got 3 divisions, and now they're going on a premier division. Perfect what you have before you keep adding to it. You know, there is a process to this thing, but you got to perfect the process before you can keep going forward. So, like you said, hopefully they can get their shit together. Hopefully they can pay us back, and we can continue to watch the sport grow. But until that happens, we want our money.
So is Miles gonna get a pass for today?
Yeah, I say that's strike 2. Like I said, strike 2.
Like in baseball.
You get one more strike, bro. Come on, man. We want to have you on. Everybody here wants to have you on. When we played you guys, me and you were chatting on the sideline. Like, we're ready for you. Come on with it.
Yeah, I want to meet this mythical Miles. Everybody talks about this guy.
Everybody talks about him.
Don't burn that bridge, bro. Don't burn that bridge.
I was in Portugal 2 weeks ago, and Miles Bias came up. I mean, yeah.
Strike 3, you're going to have to force our hand, and we're actually going to have to come at you.
Emile Francois. I mean, I'm France. I was in France about 2 months ago.
What was you going to say, Francois?
Francois Levisroy?
Uwe, you should say Uwe Miles Bias. Uwe Miles Bias.
Yeah, all right. So we'll give him a pass.
Yeah.
Give him a pass.
Come on with it.
Speaking of growing, to get off topic here a little bit.
To switch gears.
Switch gears, you know. Boom, boom. So we're switching
What was that? 84 Civic?
Civic?
Was that your 84 Civic that you used to drive?
From that, we're gonna shift from second to third.
All right.
Okay, guys. So speaking of growing, I want to talk about. I spoke to the owner about 4 nights ago, and he was telling me how you guys are starting at esports. Can we talk a little bit about that? That's very exciting because I'm a gamer. I'm big on games. So let's hear a little bit about this esports thing.
Absolutely. Well, while our IT guy pulls it up for us, I'm going to get into it a little bit. So, like he said, we're going to go ahead and start an esports department through Irving FC. So. So we're going to do our esports department. So we're going to strictly focus on FIFA and soccer in general. We are looking for an absolute baller on the sticks. We're probably going to get a PS5 going and Xbox Series 1 or Series S, whatever it's called. Either which way, we got a spot. We want you to be on Twitch. We want to excel at this. This is another thing we're going to invest some money and time into. So we're looking for somebody who wants to take this to the next level, take their game to the next level, be a part of a growing community in the esports region and club as Irving FC. I mean, it could be something really big. So we're on social media. You can find us on our website. Like I said, we got it released here. It's irving-fc.com, and you can go ahead and apply there. But it's going to be real big, and it's going to be, our club is awesome, man. It's you can be on the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, it's a good time, so.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I think the future is, esports is just starting. It's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, we've seen, I think it was recently GameStop, partnered with the Dallas Cowboys to host esports tournaments at the Star. So, this thing is going to explode in the next 10 years. So you just want to, and so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get in front of the train, as they say, and make sure, well, not in front, but you want to be ahead of the train, But,
You're trying to kill your
but we want to be ahead of the train, and that way we can start growing this into something bigger, and then something that can have its life of its own. You never know. You never know where life can take you. So sometimes you got to take some risks.
Absolutely.
So okay, so let's talk a little bit about this new platform. So I see you guys have a first team. You guys have the academy, right? You guys are working on the academy. You guys have you guys have the podcast that I'm glad to be part of. Thank you for inviting me every single show. And now you're starting the store, right? The store's coming up. It's not there yet. I mean, you guys are building it. The grand opening should be soon. I'm sure you guys are gonna post it. Yeah. But I want to know, since we have the pleasure of having the CFO here, I want to know financially, how is it hard for other, because I want for the listeners that that have other teams, right? How hard is it to grow at this pace? And is it cash? Are you burning through cash real quick, or how is this working?
Yeah, every single part of this organization, it's obviously just going to take some type of capital to get it running, to get it up and running. Starting with the first team, right? You have to be able to afford the practices, afford the stadium rentals, the uniforms. There's a lot of stuff that goes that you're not going to get a return on your investment, obviously, right? So with that, it's sort of like it is burning a little cash, but we have a good plan in place in order to hopefully break even here pretty soon.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message. Everything burns.
And then with the academy, The academy, I mean, in the U.S., it's pretty. I mean, we've talked about it before. There's a lot of money behind there. Obviously, people are paying and willing to pay $2,000 to $3,000 a year to play select soccer. It's not the vision we have. We have a little bit more. We want to be more economical, make it more accessible to other people who may not be given a chance to play select soccer. So we're trying to be able to make it a financial success, not only for us but also for the people who want to play the sport at a young age and want to be able to reach the next level. And then now with the store coming on board, that's going to help us, maybe subsidize these different programs we're trying to do, the esports academy, the first team, right? So this store is going to help us launch into a much bigger phase of our organization, where we can sell merchandise, where our academies, instead of waiting for orders to come in from different vendors, they'll just go to one spot and they're able to pick up their uniforms. We can host esports tournaments there and stuff like that. So there's a lot of multiple revenue streams that we can make out of the store, and it's just something we're planning on and working on diligently behind closed doors.
Awesome. That sounds very, very exciting, very promising. And I'm glad that there's a plan behind it, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times people just grow at a rapid pace and they don't have a plan, right? And then that's why you see people doing great. And I give an example, which is Fort Worth FC, the purple team with the Black Panther.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy put a ton of money into that team. And he even had a mascot, right? He was growing fast, quick. Everybody was talking about him, and now he's done, right? I because there was no plan behind it, right? From what I saw, to my perspective, that's how I saw it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm glad that there's a plan behind all this, and
yeah, like Gilbert was saying, it could be really big for us as a club and the sport in general. Like I said, we're going to try and focus on FIFA, so we're still going to be in the soccer, football region. So, but I actually got to go to the store today. Like our ghost was saying, we're going to have our grand opening soon. But man, y'all, this is exciting time for the club, because I went there. It's a really good space. We've got areas in the back that we can do skills sessions with kids. We're going to have grass back there. There's an alleyway across the street. Hopefully we'll be able to host some pregame parties, some pregame tailgates there. There's businesses all around that we're hoping we can promote, and they can promote us right back. So like Gilbert was saying, it's just going to be absolutely huge. It's really, really exciting times. And speaking of the store still, we're looking for applicants. You want to be a part of Irving FC, throw your application in. I'm sure we've got all of our emails are on the website, irving-fc.com, and you can reach out to anybody on there. Throw your resume our way. I think we're on Indeed as well.
I believe so. I was trying to apply for the job. I spoke to the owner actually, and he's the one that told me that if you go to the store, once the store opens, if you go to the store and you have Irving ID, you're going to be able to get 10% all across New Balance. And I'm not just talking soccer balls. I'm not talking. That's badass. You know. You're part of Irving and you get 10%. You want to buy a hoodie? Yeah. Don't go to Academy. Don't go to Dick's. Come to the store and you get 10% off because you are an Irving resident.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that with our agreement with New Balance, it just doesn't afford us uniforms and training gear and stuff like that. We've got great deals with their running shoe lineup, with their basketball.
Balance, right?
Even if they're casual shoes. We might not have it in store, but we can order it for you at a very, very good price. And so it's just a good launching point. It's going to be a really good win for us, I believe. And we just got. The sky's the limit for that store. I'm really excited for it. And I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, yeah, vamos gallos.
Yeah,
and then also, the first team. I guess give an update on our team. So we're starting to trying to find our team for the upcoming season.
Between the director and us coaches, we're really starting to scout and put out some scouting reports.
So we're looking at local players. We're looking at college players. We're looking at like on our website we have where it says contact Irving FC. If you go to there, you scroll down, you can put in your name, email, and a little brief brief message about your playing skills, what
That's
position.
awesome. I didn't know that. I never know that.
Yeah, so if you go there, we get tons of messages through that actually, and we go through it one by one. I personally go through it one by one and say, okay, yeah, this guy looks good. We'll keep him in the database, and when we have tryouts, we'll invite him. And so it's a good place to put your name out there, and just see how you might get a call from us, and we'll invite you out for a tryout, and we'll see how it is. But yeah, we're trying to get everything geared up for this upcoming season, which starts in May.
In the NPSL.
And then we'll see how it. We're looking to build a really strong team, and if you want a shot, you just send us your contact information. We'll get in contact with you.
Can you imagine having some random guy contacting you through there, comes to the tryouts, he makes the team, and then from the NPSL, he gets looked at and he gets signed through some MLS team. That will be insane.
Well, and that's the dream. Even as a coach for this club, to have somebody come up through our club, through our system, and make it to the MLS or beyond. That's the goal. We want to launch y'all's careers. It's not. Come and just play in the NPSL and retire. If that's what you want to do and you're good enough to play in the NPSL and that's where you want to stay, more power to you. Yeah. But the goal is to launch your careers and push you further and further and further.
Yeah, and we know that. We acknowledge we're not at the MLS level. We're not the USL championship. We're still here towards the bottom of this pyramid, but we're giving everybody a platform to show off their abilities, giving opportunities. That's all. As an athlete or as anybody in the business world, and anything you do, you just want an opportunity, and that's what we're trying to provide. And obviously we want the most talented guys, but we also want hard workers too. You might not have the most talent, but as long as you're willing to work hard at it and work on your craft, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, like Michael Jordan said, the roof is the ceiling.
Yep. The roof is the ceiling.
That's what he said, man. But the sky's the limit for sure.
Well, speaking of people contracts and moving up, moving down. Let's talk about
the event of the week.
The event of the week. Oh my God, what a week! So, I have a friend that works for El Mundo. In the Spain newspaper.
Damn!
Yeah,
really?
And
man, this guy knows.
He knows LeBron. He knows El Mundo.
The owner knows LeBron.
You're right.
I know that this is my
the ghost. Okay.
My boy
So
Peter.
the ghost guy
he used to
connections.
work there. My boy Peter used to work there.
Peter Griffith.
Peter works.
Oh wow! Okay, so my boy Peter used to work.
Peter works for El Mundo.
And he sends me a link, and it said that
for Pedro.
El Mundo. Oh my God! So, anyways. So El Mundo newspaper in Spain leaked that Messi was making a $550 million.
He leaked his contract.
Yeah, his contract, and over 4 years.
I
Now it's. I think it's really rare to see the actual contract of a player, right? Because that's confidential. There's NDAs involved. So you always hear rumors, or you hear, oh, okay, this player's making this much. We know like Mahomes from the Chiefs is making $500 million
never see the
10 years.
specifics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You never see the contract, right? Because there's a lot of, like I said, NDAs involved.
Yeah.
Usually there's only 4 contracts. One of them goes to the player, the other goes to the player's lawyer, and then one of them goes to the team, and the other one goes to the league.
Yep.
So there's really only 4 contracts that ever get printed out, right? So one of those, especially, and this happens at the lower level. So imagine at the higher level, there's got to be one of those 4 people, 4 entities leaked that contract, right? And I think somebody's gonna get sued for a lot of money because look, I think it was Barcelona. I think it was the team because look, they're doing it for a marketing. I think it's great marketing. Everybody's talking about it, how much money Messi makes, blah blah blah. He deserves that money. I think he deserves that money, but but I don't know. I think Barcelona did it. Everybody's talking about it. We're all talking about it.
I agree with you to an extent. I think it was the outgoing Barcelona offices. Josep Bartomeu, the old president, he was leaving on bad terms. They didn't want him there anymore. he's the one who signed this contract, and now he's putting this out, blaming Messi, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, Messi's agreeing to what they offer to. Messi doesn't know the behind the scenes. Messi doesn't know Barcelona's money, what they have. In my opinion, for anybody to be blaming Messi for Barcelona's financial downfalls is just out of this world stupid. That's not Messi's fault. How is that his fault? Mm-hmm. If they offer you $555 million, you're gonna fucking take it. You're not gonna ask questions. You'll be like, okay, yeah, that's the deal. Boom, put it on the table. Josep Bartomeu is going out. It's on bad terms. People don't like him. We've been wanting to get rid of him for a while. I am personally a Barcelona fan. I've been ready for him to get out. I mean, and he's salty about it. So he's putting this out there saying, oh, Messi's the downfall of Barcelona. This is why. That's not why. He's the downfall. It falls on him, in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of entities involved in it, but at the end of the day, and I don't know everything, but I think it was him and the rest of the outgoing crew that was going with him. So,
what do you think, Gilbert?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's the way that the article was written. It was written in a way where it was blaming Messi for
you
how
get
much.
Peter's text too, or you just saw it on?
I saw it on. I read on occasionally the internet.
Oh, okay.
But no, I don't have connections like the owner does. Supposedly he knows the Sheik.
The ghost. I mean, I know.
The owner. He said
the owner didn't tell me this. I got it from.
Oh, I thought you said the owner. I thought.
No. The owner knows LeBron James personally.
And the Sheik, right?
And the Sheik. But Peter, my boy from El Mundo in Spain.
Oh, your boy. I thought it was.
He's the one that sent me the link. I didn't even know about it. You know.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, back to.
I think it's just a highlights where I think Barcelona, because Barcelona's not doing as well as they used to, and they're losing a ton of money. And I think they want to scapegoat someone. And obviously it's easy to scapegoat the highest earner. But it shouldn't be that because they spent I don't know how many millions on so many players that haven't worked out. And that should be where they should be looking at and blaming the person, whoever did those transactions, right? Because they signed Dembele for I don't know how many millions. Didn't work out. Coutinho for hundreds of millions of dollars didn't work out.
Absolutely.
Griezmann. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, they spent like almost $500 million on players that didn't work out. And so for them to blame the only player that
who has worked out consistently since he was 16.
It's a little weird, and it's weird how it got leaked, and it's not good practice. I mean, at the end of the day, people already know how much he was making, so I don't think they were surprised. But I think it's just the way this whole situation is handled.
Yeah. You got to understand something. So, Tottenham is about to go bankrupt, right? Nobody's talking about it because they're not Barcelona, they're not, Real Madrid. But Tottenham's about to go bankrupt because they owe all these loans that they own like 1 billion worth of loans that they use for the stadium, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's different in the United States and Europe. I think it has to be privately funded. As the difference in the United States, it gets funded by the city, right? And all that money is due, and they're not making any money because of there's no fans on the stadiums, any of that, right? Mm-hmm. And I think they're going bankrupt. I mean, from what I've been reading and what Peter's been telling me, that's what's happening.
And they're the worst team in London.
Yeah.
So.
And Barcelona, with Barcelona, I think they're going through such a financial, just because they can't have fans on the stands and all this, that they're looking to let someone go and cut expenses. They got to, cut down.
But this has been happening before this COVID stuff. Yeah. They've been having financial struggles for a couple of years now.
Yeah. Barcelona is one of those. They hide it well.
Yeah.
But they've been struggling, and that's the biggest problem with the outgoing president Bartomeu. There was a lot of problems that he just waved by. I mean, just let it go past, so right over his head. It didn't matter because they were winning. Now that they're not winning, it's becoming more of a problem, and people are upset at it.
Yeah, because I remember they sold some young player for, who was it, for Pjanic? The guy from Roma, Juventus. Everybody's like, why did they sell him? Well, the reason why is because they were able to show a gain on that transfer because they didn't have to pay for this guy, but they sold this guy for I don't know how much to Juventus, and that's how they plug away their losses. Mm-hmm. It's all artificial losses, it's not true losses, true cash losses. It's all paper losses, and so it's something.
And truthfully, I think they're making it easy to make Messi the scapegoat because Messi's fed up. I think
he wanted to leave last summer.
Yeah, he wanted to leave last summer. They're making him out to be the bad guy on purpose. It gets Barcelona off the hook and it puts Messi on the hook for it. So there's a lot of push and pull with it, and I don't know the exact entities of everything, but I personally think it's unfair for it to be put on Messi, the greatest soccer player of all time. But
I don't know about that.
But let's be real. He's a crook. Doesn't he owe like millions and millions of dollars on tax evasion?
everybody does.
Nah, come on.
Ronaldo does. Neymar does. Everybody goes through. A lot of people go through it, and Messi's not a crook per se. There's so many different laws in different countries. So, and like I said, I'm not a fucking lawyer. I'm not the agent. I don't know the actual rules. But Messi, it happens with a lot of these top earner football players. All go through these tax evasion problems.
Yeah, it's not like
Honestly.
Messi's filling out his tax returns.
Yeah.
He's got some professional doing it for him, and they're probably maybe they took advantage of some loophole that they didn't like.
And you can't just put it on Messi because it is a lot of these top earners. Ronaldo just went through it. Yeah. Neymar went through it 2 years ago.
And it's always the Spanish.
Yeah.
It's always in Spain. It's never other countries, but Spain is always. They're very critical on the high soccer player earners. They always target them for some reason.
Yeah.
But
well, moving on to fourth gear. The car, it's moving gears. I mean, look, I was gonna bring up I would say the second event of the week, because to me it was a big deal. Was Foro moving on to the championship without really earning the spot. But I feel like we already covered that, so we're not gonna give those. I mean, I can't believe they just let him move on like that. But we're not gonna give them another.
PSL.
Hey, what's up with the sidekicks, man? They're struggling this year. They're in last place.
They try to get all these superstars, but
man,
they obviously can't score goals.
Talk about articles. There's an article written in I think it was like a blog, The Third Degree, where they were blaming the ownership.
Yeah.
For sidekicks, because the owner is actually the coach. I think we already spoke about this, right?
It's the owner coach instead of a player coach.
Before we get into that subject, okay? Before we even bring that up, I have a really, really how would I say?
Reverse.
I have a personal bandera, right? Is that what it's called? Personal bandera?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Personal bandera with Third Degree, because
the bias.
Yeah, okay, let's be real. I don't know who owns Third Degree. But if you ask me, they're very, very. They lean a lot towards Denton Diablos. They lean a lot with the sidekicks. I mean, I feel like Hitchcock owns Third Degree. And I'm sorry, the guy is an amazing businessman. I mean, look what he's been able to accomplish. I mean, the dude is super professional. We're not, saying anything bad about anybody here. But I'm just saying. I don't feel it's like Warren Buffett owns what's the name the New York Times, so they're not gonna talk. Yeah. They're not gonna say anything bad about them, and they're gonna push towards their business, right? Yeah. It's like this podcast, That's why this is a little different. Even though we are pushing the team, we say it. We say the truth.
Yeah, we criticize ourselves. We know we've.
But I don't think it's the right. That's the right platform. I'm sorry. I don't know the people from Third Degree. I don't know who's paying their paychecks. But it looks like every time I read something, it's something negative about somebody that wants to get kicked out of the sidekicks, or positive towards Denton Diablos. Positive towards the Vaqueros, I mean, you're going to tell me that they just won, and then the Protagonist Soccer, that one too? You're going to give their, the new team that Hitchcock just bought in, outside of the
Appalachian State?
Yeah, you're going to give them,
Appalachian, is that a college?
Well, it was a college.
We
can't talk about it. It's not in Texas. We're not going to talk about teams outside of Texas.
Appalachian FC, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I just feel like as a news source... That's the problem with everything that's happening, right? As a news source, you should be even for everybody, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't be towards one team or another. You can't do that.
It's not really a news source. It's a blog, so they can post whatever they want. It's not like they have.
Oh, it's not a news source.
I don't think so. It's a
I
blog.
thought it was.
I think it's more of a blog than a news source, But still, I do agree with you that they are very Denton and Fort Worth Vaquero biased.
Yeah.
Even when we go over
Yeah.
back into the Roja League when they have the updates or whatever,
It was all about them.
they would have Irving FC scores, but then they'd have a whole part about the gameplay of Denton Diablos and Fort Worth Vaqueros. But that was it, and they always highlighted their games more than anybody else's games. So I do agree with you on that part, but I don't necessarily say it's an actual news source. I think it's more of a blog that is from. I could be wrong.
And look, they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Let's give them that.
Yeah, no.
I like reading it. Okay, I like listening to what they have to say. But to be honest, I used to be more into it. Now that I know what they're about, I second. If it's not interesting, I used to read the whole thing. Now I only read a quarter of it, and I move on because they're talking about just the Diablos. They're talking about the Vaqueros. I mean, they're very into that side, So look, it's like that's the same reason I don't watch fucking CNN or either CNN or Fox, right? Because they're one-sided to one side of the table, either left or right. That's why I don't listen to that, And I feel like it's the same thing with these guys. So I wish them the best, but look, you lost a reader. Because you don't post the fucking truth. I'm sorry, and I really don't mean to upset anybody, but I mean, fuck, you gotta keep it real. Real recognize real.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I mean, go ahead, Gilbert. Say what you gotta say, because I don't think you're agreeing with me.
No, I mean, I understand. I was going to agree with you, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, because I remember they were talking about the Roja League on I guess their podcast. And they were talking about how Premier Legends was such a great team, and
that's a fucking lie.
And then Harrington is such a crappy team, but yet one finished last and the other was in the final. So it goes to show you they have some type.
And look,
of
at the end of the day, the listeners and the followers are gonna read through the fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Just like they lost me as a reader. I mean, they're gonna. That is. People are
People
gonna eventually see that,
yeah,
and they're gonna be like, "Well, this is bullshit,"
Exactly.
Kiss ass. So
that's
move on.
just you go to an Irving FC fan might go, look, oh man, there's an article about the Roja League. Let's see what happened with the Irving FC game, and it's just a score, and then the actual article is about the Denton game. It's like, come on, man, give a little bit of insight about everything. Yeah. So, I mean, I get what you're saying.
But cheers to the guys, because we understand what it takes to create a blog and take the time to do the research and actually, I mean, I know that you guys just see, and sometimes, a lot of the times, we look like we're scattering all over the place, but it takes a lot of hours doing research, us, talking about what we're going to talk about, nominated players, this and that, talking about the stock of the week. It takes a lot of research and a lot of hours, so we understand, their end. Kudos to them, and we wish them the best, but you lost their fucking reader. So anyways, next, let's do a team of the podcast. I'm nominating, and we spoke about it before the in the green room, but I'm nominating Tulsa. Tulsa?
Who?
Tulsa.
Tulsa.
Tulsa FC.
Yeah, Tulsa FC.
Tulsa Athletic?
Oh, Tulsa Athletic.
For winning the championship, the conference, and the UPSL. And for
no, that's not the right Tulsa.
That's not. Oh my God.
That's USL.
That's USL.
No, but I'm nominated because
Tulsa
they
Athletic.
put up a great statement, right? A statement that should have been put by the league, but it was put by them and explaining to their fans why there wasn't a game, right? So kudos to them. I wish them the best. They're a great team. They're doing amazing. They won the conference, and I hope they win it all. They're legit.
There's even the press release.
We met Sonny, right, Gilbert?
Yeah,
and,
we met when we were I guess doing our, what do you call it? I guess trying to apply for the MPSL. We had to sit in front of a couple of MPSL team owners and explain our vision and explain what we were trying to do with our team and see if it aligned with the MPSL. And one of the owners on the call was actually the owner of Tulsa Athletic, Sonny. Sonny was on there, and we clicked well, and obviously we're part of the vision now of the MPSL.
So team of the podcast,
Tulsa Athletic for winning the North Conference UPSL first
division. You guys
division.
agree?
I agree. I mean, there's nothing else going on locally, so I would.
I mean,
no, don't dilute it like that. I mean, do you agree that they deserve to be team of the podcast?
I mean, I can't think of another team. That's what I'm saying. Unless I want to put comments, because we're in first place in our indoor league, but.
Are you playing on that team?
Yeah.
Is it over 30?
No, it's open division. But
I need to get back.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
but yeah, so Tulsa. I think
comments.
So anyways, back to Tulsa.
Yeah. So I think Tulsa's a good shout.
I like Tulsa as well. You know, they're doing big things. They obviously won the conference. I don't know why they're not in the playoff or whatever it is. But they won fair and square. They made it there. They 4-0 obviously forfeited.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. But answer this. Did I just hear you correctly? They didn't go to the finals?
Yeah,
They won the championship?
They're in there.
They're
Yeah,
in there.
you just said that.
Well, I apologize. Let me
okay,
retract my
okay.
statement. I thought that I saw that 4-0 was
No,
playing in it
4-0
as well, so I just
4-0, yeah.
assumed they weren't.
No, they're in it. 4-0, I guess, is in it as well. Both teams are in it.
Okay, so yeah,
Oh,
this goes back to
okay.
the UPSL thing. So I just don't know how that fucking works.
Confusion.
Yeah, they're confusing us here on the podcast. Well, Tulsa FC, I like what you're doing. Or Tulsa Athletic,
Yeah.
go for it. I do want to do a quick shout out to last week's team in the podcast, MSU. They're playing their first collegiate game tonight against University of Mary Hardin Baylor. So go MSU. We got a lot of boys
Can
on
we
the
do
team.
a shot for Tulsa?
Yeah.
Can we do a shot? Can you...
We'll have to have somebody.
Diego,
Diego, we need some shots. In here.
Diego, can we get some shots, please? So Diego's gonna pour some shots for us. Thank you, Diego. So we'll go ahead and cheers to Tulsa.
Cheers to Tulsa.
Cheers to Tulsa. We'll get
Cheers.
some shots here.
Yeah,
in
we
a
can still
second.
cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Ghost.
Yeah. So moving on to player of the podcast. Okay. So So guys, let me say something. We were really debating who was gonna be the player of the podcast because everybody has a different opinion. You know, I'm a fan of high school soccer. I like to go watch high school games because that's when players they build character and they develop as a player, right? So you see the flaws, you see how they grow as a player. You know, I mean, I know Gilbert likes to watch Europe leagues and, you know, Spain and all this shit. And then Janos likes Chelsea and, you know, whatever. And the MLS.
I do not like the MLS. So.
Okay, so... but anyways, we came up to an agreement. I believe we came up to an agreement. And...
A heated agreement.
So, player of the podcast, we're giving it to Matthew Clark from Mansfield High School. I mean, this kid... Okay, so I know the background, so I'll go ahead and let Janos give the background of the player profile.
Matthew Clark, I mean, he's got 11 goals on the season along with 10 assists. I don't...
Go down a little bit, Danny.
Yeah,
really
Matthew Clark, number 9.
Yeah.
He's got 11 goals on the season, 10 assists. He's killing it, you know. He's a forward senior year at Mansfield, and he's doing really big things for them this year. He's got them in the playoff race. There's 2 other players on that team that have 9 goals, so I know that he's fighting for that top spot. But right now, he's absolutely balling out. So hopefully Mansfield can get into the playoffs, and Matthew Clark can help them soar on from there. We got a Mansfield
When do
supporter
they
over here.
commit to a college? Is it around what time?
Junior.
I mean, it kind of depends on when colleges start recruiting. You can technically commit as as early as you want,
Yeah.
truthfully, as a freshman, so on and so forth. But a lot of these players, when they're being scouted, they junior year, senior years when they commit. So
Yeah, I think that's when you have to sign your letter of intent is in your junior, senior year.
Yeah.
On what school you're going to play at. So yeah, so.
But a verbal commit can be made
Yeah.
much earlier. Excuse me.
Correct.
What was I gonna ask? So do you think they already have where they want to go, or is it the universities come and like talk to them and just like because look, I'm referring to. I know how NFL works. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea how soccer works when it comes to college through high school. I know that when you're a stud in football, when it comes to high school, the universities, you know, they butter you up. They send you packages, etc. Right? Is it the same deal when it comes to high school soccer?
I actually think I might have mentioned this in a previous podcast a little bit. But it's very different in the state of Texas in general for soccer because, number one, a lot of these big-name schools who have D1 football programs don't have Division I soccer programs. So there's a lot less money to go around for soccer per se. And when it comes to soccer, Texas high school soccer, it's very rare to find scouts and stuff coming to the high school games. A lot of them go to club games. Yeah. And when you're in a club team, you go to things they're called showcase tournaments. And what that's to showcase your skills for these college scouts. That's where the scouts go. So the scouts, they're not really, Texas soccer is played in the middle of the winter, Yeah. So all these showcase tournaments, they're in the springtime, in the summertime, so on and so forth. That's when the scouts want to come see you. They don't want to come to your soccer game in the middle of February when it's 30 degrees outside.
And then another issue with the high school game is that there's a lot of talented players who don't even play high school because the clubs won't let them play high school.
Yeah. Your academy teams, you sign contracts that strictly say you can't play for the high school because what if you get injured? Then you can't play for me.
Yeah. So FC Dallas Academy. Do
you feel that's fair?
Dallas Texans Academy.
I personally don't.
No,
I wasn't a fan of it, but then again, coming up in high school, when me and Gilbert were in high school, academies weren't really a thing yet. I think my senior year is when the academies really started coming up.
I remember it was in my senior year.
Okay.
Because we had a player, his name was Rigel.
Yeah, okay. See, I thought that was my senior year. I didn't
he played with me. Well, I guess it was your senior when he couldn't play anymore.
Couldn't play anymore.
He was on the FC Dallas Academy. He played high school on our high school team when he was a freshman. I was a senior. Yeah. He was really, really good.
He played, and then the next year, my senior year, he signed on for the academy team, and he could no longer play high school. And I don't think that's fair. I think that's kind of dumb. I understand the reasoning why they do it. They want their players healthy for their season, so on and so forth. Yeah. But also, playing that extra, it gives you that extra experience. It keeps your touch there. So there's some push and pull with it. But when it comes to actual scouts, at the end of the day, they really don't give two shits about high school soccer. They care about your club team. If you're playing on a Division I Dallas Classic team or an academy team, that's where the scouts are. Yes, they're going to be they'll go to those showcase tournaments, and if there's a player that stands out that's on a team who's in Arlington, but he's absolutely balling, you're out there watching anyways. The showcase tournaments, they don't go from D1, D2, D3. It's everything because they're trying to get these kids on the club teams to see their skills because they know the scouts aren't going to be at their high school games. Wow. So,
well, cheers to Matthew Clark.
Cheers to Matthew Clark, and cheers to Tulsa.
And if you're listening, Matthew, I'm inviting you to the podcast. Please come to the podcast. I would like to, I'm a huge fan of high school soccer.
Hey, does this guy need a permission slip?
Maybe he might. And and
TABC's gonna get it.
As long as he doesn't flake like good old Miles, we'll be all right.
What about the other guy? We always blame Miles.
Sebastian's
playing for 402, Lou.
Oh my God.
Did you just invite a high schooler to the podcast while we're taking shots?
Cheers, Clark.
He knows the Sheik though, so.
And LeBron. And LeBron. Yeah. So my stock of the week has to be stalker symbol AJAX. Ajax, just like the team in Netherlands.
To the moon.
It's a SPAC. It's a SPAC. Just like the SPAC I mentioned before, CCIV. But this one, CCIV, the difference between this one and CCIV is that CCIV already has potential merger pending. But this one is a brand new SPAC, and the management team is phenomenal. It's trading right now at $12 a share, but that's really close to the value of the company, of the actual stock. So it's a very good price. But it has a co-founder of Chipotle, co-founder of Square, co-founder of Instagram, 23andMe. So the management team is amazing.
They know what they're doing.
Exactly. So they're not gonna find any like little scrub company to merge with. It's gonna be all top of the line quality companies that are looking after. I think they're looking after some type of financial, internet, some innovation type of company that deals with financials And
So it's not the dishwasher soap?
no,
Oh,
no.
That's
No,
right.
no.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was.
No,
thinking.
this is my stock of the week. I personally I bought some the other day.
$12.
I bought it at $11.70. It's up at I think $12.70.
Damn, a dollar already?
Yeah.
Damn.
Within
So
a
you
week.
skipped the meal and bought 2 shares.
No, I bought 100.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
okay,
big
okay.
baller.
There you go.
That's the big baller.
It's financial. That's why I'm CFO. I think.
Hey.
But even though
You know,
Yeah.
team ain't making any fucking money. But let's go.
it's not my fault.
Sheik spends it.
So Ajax.
Ajax is my
Ajax.
is my stock of the
Ajax.
week. I mean, just the management team alone, I have faith in it, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to.
It's not the product, it's the team.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Those are,
I mean, if
I'm
it-
going to agree with you.
If it's not a Chamathon SPAC,
That's my boy.
It's very, very hard to find a good SPAC team. So this SPAC has one of the better teams I've seen in a
Chamath,
while.
Bill Ackman, or Ajax.
Yep,
Ajax.
Ajax.
Yeah.
So,
So cheers for
cheers
start of the
to
week.
cheers to that.
Cheers. And so we're going to do something special on this podcast today due to that Super Bowl is due tomorrow.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Since we did submit a bet of the week last week.
We weren't able to cover it in the podcast.
Yeah.
But we did do our bet of the week last week.
So
Yes, we
let's review the results. So
it was
Okay.
Chelsea versus Tottenham.
Chelsea versus
Tottenham
Tottenham.
was at home.
So
And
so our ghost guess, we went the Spurs. What was the score? I can't remember. What was the score?
it was 1-0.
1-0 to who?
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Chelsea won the game. Ghost guess went with the Spurs, so he owes us a shot. I went with Chelsea. Got it.
2-1. I'm betting, huh?
2-1. The Ghost is 1-2. I wish I could put it on here because I forgot to put up his model or whatever bullshit.
No, we got a guy coming to paint the room, so that's gonna go out real quick.
The gaffer Ben, who's not here, went draw. He tried to
talk
take
to the landlord.
He
He's
tried to
painting
take the
the wall.
easy way, but Ben Carver owes a shot as well.
He owes us a shot. Janos took Chelsea,
That's right.
and then the Hungarian took Chelsea. So that
Tom
means that the Gaffer and the Ghost Kiss have to take a shot today.
Oh wow! So here, give me that.
Here's a shot right here.
Fill to the rim.
Oh wow!
Bringing it
Ghost
to the
face.
ghost.
There we go.
Cheers. Down the hatch.
Cheers! Cheers!
Cheers.
Boom. There we go.
Oh! Oh! And then
And the gaffer's the gaffer's taking one as well. Even though he's not here,
Go send the
we're
video.
gonna get one.
He'll
We're
send
gonna
the
get
video.
one from him.
All right.
Believe that.
El Gallinero. I don't know if I can even say that right now, but here's a shot I owe. Good pair of English tits for you all. It's my favourite trusty shot glass, and here's to never betting on Tottenham getting any points ever again. El Gallinero.
Okay, so so anyways, now that I'm drunk, let's go ahead and look. So it's a big day tomorrow. You guys already know. We're doing the podcast Saturday nights. So Sunday is the Super Bowl. I know that this is a soccer
Let's
podcast.
fucking
Can we say the
go.
Super Bowl?
Oh, who's that?
What?
Who? Late? Who?
Holy
What?
shit!
Who's that?
Who's that?
Oh,
Oh my God!
Back from the
What's
grave.
going on, fellas?
Back from the grave.
I got this bottle for your boy. Where's this guy? He wanted
Oh, Miles.
Oh, damn.
Oh wow!
You got
You got the Avion?
Avion, man.
Wow!
Yeah.
Damn.
Get a chair. Get a chair.
Unfortunately,
Sit down, Miles.
where you at,
No,
Miles?
oh, where you at, Miles? Hey, I told you we make it happen. I told you we make it
You're not
happen.
here though. I mean,
Wow!
So,
Super Bowl weekend.
it is Super Bowl weekend.
Is that a real trophy?
Yeah, man. This is.
Oh
This
my
is the
God!
Dallas Cowboys, America's team, '95 Super Bowl.
Kiss
trophy.
my ass. This trophy has Tom Brady's lip prints still on it.
Let me see.
So it also has Robert Kraft's lip prints on it because they kiss.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man. 6 Super Bowls. It's all good.
But we're gonna make an exception this week. We always go off soccer bets, but it is the Super Bowl.
Move the pyramid. God damn! Look
It
at that
is-
trophy.
It is the Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday
Super Bowl
tomorrow.
weekend.
So we're gonna make an exception this weekend. This week's bet of the week is gonna be obviously the Super Bowl. What are the odds on that this week? What do we got
pull it
going
up,
on
man?
over there?
What's the
Hey,
spread?
put the bottle of Avion up. Oh my God. You guys are. I want to meet the owner. Like, he's balling like this, or who? This
Miles said he wanted to
Spencer,
meet the owner,
Spencer bought
but,
this, or?
I mean, this is the second time we got a
Oh, shit.
request that
Yeah.
wasn't fulfilled. First was
the spaghetti.
The tequila's here,
Open
bro.
up the Avion, Danny.
The
Oh my
tequila is
God.
here.
Janos, open up the Avion.
Let's go. Hold
Can
on.
we? Gee,
Hold on a momento.
please.
Good quality shit right there.
How much is that? How much did that run you, Spencer?
Don't worry about it.
The tequila is here.
Golly.
All we need is Miles.
Man.
All we need is Miles.
The tequila's here.
Miles for smile.
Let's
So
hope.
what are the odds?
let's
What are
hope-
the odds, fellas?
Let's hope my baby waits till Sunday so I can drink some of this tequila with you.
Well,
So
we
what's
got
what are the odds, Gilbert?
So right now it looks like let's go with Bookmaker. That's a reputable place. They got Kansas City as a favorites right now at a -3, so that means that they predict that Kansas City is going to win by at least 3 points.
Okay.
So yeah, so it looks like Kansas City's are the favorite. So
Well,
I know your boy. I know
No
your boy's
surprise.
bragging, but
Let's hear from the runner.
that's why we brought in an expert today because we have no idea about
Mr. Red Zone himself.
Mr. Red Zone,
He
yes.
made it. He made it back from the store. He was doing all that work.
So I've been a New England Patriots fan for 20 years. So, watching Tom Brady play for all these years, play against the odds almost every year. Almost every year, especially back when, some of the better players were still in the league. His main competition when he was still in, Peyton Manning, he's been the underdog for most of his career. So, whenever he goes into big games like this, people are like, he's not going to do it. He's not going to be able to pull it out. There's too many weapons on the other team against him.
Yeah.
And, sometimes, he doesn't make it. Eli Manning was his kryptonite for several years.
Yep.
And nobody can explain it. He lost 2 Super Bowls to Eli Manning off
because he got lucky.
off a ridiculous. Yes, he did get lucky. that one-handed catch by
The helmet catch.
Yeah. So sometimes he can't make it, but he's got 6 rings and he's been to the Super Bowl. I think since the
Baby
Super
goat
Bowl,
versus the goat.
since the NFL became its entirety, NFC and AFC, he's been to 54% of the Super
This
Bowls.
is his 10th Super Bowl. Is he going
Yeah.
to? I mean,
Really?
yeah.
Sounds like a
Unreal.
lot of bullshit to me. Who are you picking?
I'm picking Tom Brady. I believe in his.
TB12.
Yeah, I believe in his ability to pull out a win. He's beaten Mahomes before.
Even though he's not a recurring guest, he's always fucking busy.
I have a
Can you
question.
put him on the wall, please?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Are we doing the spread or is it just straight up money line?
Oh, the spread, boy. What are we
Spread?
fucking?
I don't know. Because you're saying who's gonna win. Because I think Kansas City's gonna win. but
Okay,
the
we'll just
spread-
do who's gonna win. The spread.
Yeah, let's just go money line.
We'll do
Who's gonna
money line.
win?
We'll do money line. All right, so go ahead
Just
and
makes
write.
it easier for everybody.
Write Spencer down there. Yeah, Spencer. Even though they're gonna paint the wall next week. Okay,
So
so
we
he's
start
picking
over again.
TB12. He's going with Tampa Bay, right? Tampa Bay.
But to be fair, you're not picking Tampa Bay. You're just picking Brady. You're not even going for the team.
I mean, I'm going for Brady, basically.
Brady.
Yeah.
That's your man crush.
What?
That's your man crush.
That's my man crush right there, man.
Ooh.
I personally, I got to side with Spencer on this one. I'm not necessarily just picking Brady. I'm taking the Buccaneers all the way. Yes, Tom Brady is the GOAT, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Take some of this beer
Tampa
away.
Bay Buccaneers, they got a squad. They got a beast running game. They've got an outstanding receiving core, one of the best in the league, and their defense is top notch. People always underestimate their defense. For what reason, I can't tell you, but I'm taking Tampa, and I don't think it's going to come down to the quarterbacks. I think it's coming down to the kickers.
I think it's going to come down
I'm
to
taking
the defense.
Tampa by 3.
Oh, there we go.
I know we're
by
just
3.
going to money line,
By 3.
but I'm taking Tampa
-3.
by 3. So
Wow!
I'm just saying,
Wow!
it's going
baller.
to come down to the kicker.
CFO,
So-
what do we got?
I'm gonna disagree with both these gentlemen here. I think it's gonna be Kansas City just because Mahomes is the baby goat. He's just so unpredictable. He's so creative. He's probably one of the best quarterbacks I've seen in a long. I mean,
That's
ever.
Since Tom
Ever.
Brady.
No,
That's baby Brady right there.
no, he's way better than Brady. Brady could never do what he's doing right now. So I think
I can say I
Well,
can agree that he's
when it
more
comes to
mobile
rings,
than
we'll
Brady.
see.
He's a
Yeah.
lot more mobile than
He's already
Brady
got one.
was.
He's got one.
So. I think Kansas City's going to take this one, and it's going to be not even close. But
I think
Shows how much you know about stocks and football.
too bad I got the best record in both bets and stocks. So
I think Mahomes, if he can stay mobile and he can avoid getting a lot of pressure, then I think he can do good things. I mean, I like Mahomes because he's confident. He's got that field general mindset, and he can adapt and change plays on the fly if he can avoid pressure and not make any mistakes like throw too many interceptions.
I think Kansas City has the better quarterback. I think Kansas City has a better offense. I think Tampa Bay has a better defense. I'll give them that. But I think also Kansas City has the better coaching. So I think from that's how I analyze it. So I'm thinking Kansas City is going to win.
Okay, so bullshit analyze. Okay, so look,
Hey,
it's very simple.
where's your model? I
I'll
can't wait
put
to see
I'll
this
put
one.
it like this. This is very, very simple.
The public
This is the old bull versus the young buck. That's it. Okay? So
Step
there
Brothers
was-
reference there, huh?
you might want to cut this.
The old bull versus the
I don't
young
know if you're
calf.
gonna cut it or not. I don't know if this is gonna go live or not. But there's a bull and a young buck on top of a hill, right? And the young buck says, and they see a bunch of cows at the bottom, right? A herd of cows at the bottom, and the buck is
The
like,
calf.
"Why don't we go down there and fuck a cow?"
They call it a man.
And then the bull says, "Why don't we go down there and fuck them all?" Right? It shows you
That's right.
experience trumps everything.
Yeah.
My boy Brady's gonna go in there, boom, 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 boom. They don't even know
Fuck
what the
'em
fuck
all.
he's gonna fuck them all. He's gonna fuck them all, right? Hey, TB12 baby, he knows what he's talking about. He's with the dime piece. I mean, he's got it all. He's got it all.
To be fair, so is Mahomes. Mahomes got a down piece too.
Nah, she's not
We
really
were
good.
doing good with the podcast, but this is no longer meant for children now after that story.
So you're taking Tampa.
So we'll cut. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So this is gonna be their PG-13. You decide. Okay, guys. So anyways, I think what's it called? TB12. He's got experience. Obviously, I think it's the old bull. It's the old bull versus the young buck. And TB12 is gonna come in. He's got Evans. He's got Fournette. He's got superstars, and then he's got a better defense. So give me TB12 all day long.
I think the keys to victory for both teams would be
He's
Player
excited to be on the podcast.
player matchups. So
Oh, here we go.
the
In the
We're probably
final,
gonna cut
in
this.
the final third or the red zone?
the
We're probably
entire
gonna
no,
cut
for the entire game, the keys to victory for the Chiefs. Mahomes can't make any mistakes.
Which he will.
Kelsey has to be able to get open
He won't.
and make
Which he won't.
catches when Tyreek Hill isn't covered.
And
Tyreek
he will
Hill
be.
has to get open, which usually isn't a problem for him because he's a speed demon. Now, for the Patriots,
Oh, the Patriots or the Bucks?
or not for the Patriots, for the
Oh my God! You're like, hey, that's it.
God.
Anyway,
No, 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 no.
get back out of here. Go back to the store.
For the Bucks. For the
You don't
Bucks.
know. You don't even know what day it is.
For the Bucks, Tom Brady has to be accurate. He has to be fast.
Which he won't.
He
He
has
won't be
to,
accurate?
He won't be fast.
Don't
Gronk.
be fast.
Who is what Travis Kelsey wants to be.
Gronk is playing with
Gronk.
one leg and one arm.
Gronk
That's all he needs,
is
'cause they
what
got
Kelsey
two.
wants to be. Gronk has to get open. He's got his frying pan size hands. He has to make catches. They have to be able to run the ball, spread the field, and for the defense, they have to try and contain Tyreek Hill. He opens
Easy.
far too many options
Done.
for them to ignore.
You
They've
just
gotta-
lost all our soccer
I-
viewers. Yeah. Anyways,
Real-
cheers. What?
Real quick, how much are you betting to bet on Brady, Spencer?
How much? I'm not a gambling man.
Okay.
but-
Real quick, since you love them so much, and since this podcast is going to go up while the results already have passed, are you willing to bet your beer, and we can do a monkey handlebar on your beer if they lose?
I say yeah.
Wow,
I'll do
really?
Handlebar mustache?
What about
I'm
you?
not saying how long it'll stay on my face afterwards, but sure, why not?
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
So to recap, we got the Ghost taking Tampa Bay. I'm the only one taking KC.
We're going to have to call the gaffer.
Janos, Gaffer, we don't know yet. He's TBD. And then we have Janos taking Tampa, and we also have Spencer,
3.
our football expert, taking Tampa Bay.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for El Gallinero. Send us off, Spencer.
Spencer, you made it to the
Send us
podcast.
off.
It's
Send
only
us
right
off.
you send us off. El Gallinero, episode 9.
El Gallinero, episode 9. Woo!